Okay, so I was having this weird dream, and this might not make any sense, but it started out like there was like this guy, there was like me, okay, and then above me there's like two more characters, and they keep on going, and that repeats like a bunch, and everything. Well, anyways, these characters go up to to this to the top where it's like they have to fuck or something each time. They have to have like sex, okay, to get to the next level. So they'll like travel from like here to like here. They have to have sex, but it's like all connected to this guy. And it's to get down, but to get from the top to the bottom, you have to go boom, it goes all the way down. But you can stay at the top in some situations if you want. And then, but then there's this other part, okay, where it goes up, and there was my grandma, and there was my grandpa, and there was like, you seen that cowboy and that Indian lady? And then, anyway, said something like, she doesn't understand you, son. Can I said this? And points down, and then on the other side, there's like two dudes, and then it goes all the way up to where there's this table with like the world on it, and there's like four people, and then there's like this giant guy that's like above them, looking down, like kind of like whoa, like, and then they're like his head's like looking at the four people, and there's one of them's a woman, and then there's like two dudes, and 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 then there's a woman and a man. And anyway, and they keep going back and forth, switching. Um, but oh, and then there's another one where it was like four dudes, but they were like, and then it went to a dog. It was like it was a dog that was chasing. And we had to like do dog, but each one was like a different level or whatever, like levels, like they were like swirling, and it was going from like a movie theater to like and it was like a super high tech movie theater 3D, and it was like you were being like into the movie, like it was like portalized, like, like, oh, and then going back up here above this guy, there's like a bunch of other dudes. So this is my grandpa, and there was a bunch of other dudes. My step grandpa, and there's a bunch of other dudes. He's like, "What's going on?" And then the top one's like, it's just this black dude, or he's like, well, he's not like totally black. He's like black and white. And then that was on one of the sides, and then on the other side there was also a white dude. There was Jeff Bezos, okay, or this other dude that looked like the other guy. There's also my great grandma, and there was my great grandpa and everything, but there's my great grandma and grandson. But Jeff Bezos had this one where he looked like a cell phone, and he was like, he had his teeth became spiky, and his eyes turned black, and he looked freaking like super tough and stuff, and he was laughing and drinking, and looking at the cell phones, and he in this thing I had, and everybody with cell phones, and he was laughing. He's like, "Oh, he doesn't understand me. I can't accept this because of how many problems it's caused, but also solved." So, um, yeah, technology has caused me some problems and solved some problems, but he's like without a cell phone, getting stuff done. Like, what the heck is going on? Anyway, but no, this one wasn't like an evil one. It was just powerful one, like, have you seen the movie Push or whatever? I don't know. Anyway, but anyway, going back to the people, and then there was so there was, because there was the four people, and then each one was like a different level, because they were like, because you would go with the, yeah, anyway, so I don't know how that put together with that. And then there was this main one that went all the way up, and then there was these like two alien things at the top. They like morphed into aliens, and there was like they had three fingers, and they were like kind of like the Jeff Bezos thing, but more like it was just like, oh, we thought we were. I was like my friends, because they showed up, like, and stuff. And then you went, and then it was like above that. There's this dude that has a beard, and he's just like, oh, I can't. It's like, I'm losing control, son. I'm losing control. I can't. And there's all these galaxies, and these guys' hands moving around it and stuff. I'm like, what the crap is going on here? Oh, but then there's these other ones. There was like this guy with like that looked like my bishop, sort of, with black hair. Not quite like my bishop. I've seen him so many times, so even when I was super young. He has black hair, and he's like kind of looks like my bishop. It kind of look like one of the judges, kind of, but not quite. Anyway, kind of also like a mix between them and kind of like Bill Gates, like a young Bill Gates probably, but not Bill Gates at all. Completely different person. So, but black hair, and anyway, then there's all with my sister. Was there too? So, Sister Rose, she was there. Okay, so that was weird. So, anyway, but I had saw her and the dog. But anyway, um, I was like, what the heck is going on there? So that was kind of weird. So then there's like this other place where there's like my buddy Zach. There's like the Egyptian dude. There's like Warren. He's like my Jewish friend that passed away. He has a beard. Zach is like younger. And then there's Brady. And there's like all these other people. There's like other people there too. Like anyway. And then some look like people I know, but and then bro, there's my brother Caleb, and he was like in the North Pole though, like with like a hoodie and everything. But then he was also like saying our customers with Joe Rogan, because they were in a fishing boat. Okay, they were in a fishing boat. They were like asking me about their customers, and they were wondering. They're like, well, they were really concerned about their customers. And then there was like, because this was during COVID-19, and my brother does MMA fighting, so I don't know if he does UFC stuff, but I think he does a lot of martial arts stuff. He probably does some UFC. I think he does UFC actually. No, that's what he does. And then there's then Joe Rogan, he also turned into like a cat, but when it was funny because like I was having this like idea about it, and that's when the speaker went off, by my house, and there was a cat. There was an actual cat in front of me. So there was like the actual cat, and I was just standing, and then the speaker. Oh, and then he does understand me. Understand me, but it was just at the same time as the voice in my head was like, or no, this picture in my head was saying that. But then there was the actual cat there, and I was like, oh shit, wow, that's freaking crazy, bro. That's freaking crazy. What the heck is going on? I'm like, is Joe Rogan? Where did this speaker come from? I'm like, you guys played it good. Wow. How did you figure this shit out? So I don't know how they did it, but somehow they did it. That or I'm tripping balls or something. But I was totally sober too. So I was just like, okay, one day in October, I'm just gonna go and try to get sober. I don't know if it was, I think it was in October, yeah. And then anyway, yeah, it was around my birthday, so, or maybe somewhere around there, I don't know. But anyway, and then Joe Rogan became like this other dude, like this other thing. I can't quite remember. But anyway, so that was kind of like, I gotta somehow paint this and figure it out. What they was trying to say to me, but and then that, yeah, so that was kind of fucked up.